Hello, everyone, and welcome to Pass the Tea. I'm Sherry Poppins.
And I'm Angela Mansberry. And today we are breaking down episode 2 of season 13 of Drag Race.
Episode 2.
And well, last we saw our heroes last week. We had separated them into tops and bottoms, like you do. And we found out that the bottoms would have to vote someone out. And of course, tell us how that went down.
Yeah, so first they all voted like all-star style with lipsticks, and then there was a tie between Elliot with 2 T's and Utica Queen. And when it all came down to it, Elliot got sent home. It was a very sad moment, very traumatic, but then she comes right back in with the winner's circle. Like
just like in Hamilton, she'll be back. 5 minutes later, she comes walking into the workroom, and now she's competing against all of the top people from last week.
Yeah.
Pressure. That's a lot of pressure.
Pressure, and also, again, like, so crazy. Like, what a concept.
Yeah.
So they had their first, like, mini challenge, I guess, and that was a fashion runway with 2 looks. You remember the spring-fall couture. This is daytime, nighttime. And, Angela, what was your favorite daytime look?
I loved Got Mick.
Yeah.
Got Mick comes walking out in this rainbow fantasy. Was it latex? Do you think
it was all latex, which I'm a sucker for latex.
That was hot. And
it was so hot. She literally said, "Oh, y'all want daytime? Taste the rainbow, bitch." Like
it was so joyful, but also it clearly meant something. That was my favorite daytime for sure. And then I loved Mick's nighttime too.
I was going to say Mick's nighttime too also took it for me. I did also like Elliot with 2 T's this nighttime, but because I also love a good like puffy shoulder moment, but Got Mick's fashion is clearly like next level. Absolutely.
Next level, so creative. I loved the pasty. I love a pasty moment.
Yes.
It was great. So that was, of course, so we 2 looks down in one episode. 2 looks down. Next, we have our main challenge, which was a classic RuPaul challenge where they have to take a RuPaul song and write their own verse for it.
Yeah.
This was to a song, Congratulations.
Yes. And you know, that happened. It was fun. No standout moments there, but it was like cute.
It was cute.
Everyone did a good job.
It was fun. You know, they did their choreography. The choreography moments were really fun when they couldn't figure out who was going to choreograph it.
I loved that Elliot was just like, I'm going to keep silent on this one.
Smart cookie.
Right.
That always happens too when you're the choreographer. It's always like
your fault. I know. So they do this lip sync challenge, and then the runway. So now this is what, 4 looks that they've done so far this episode.
Nuts.
And it's the lame runway of LeMay.
Oh, Amber, we're here for you.
We're here for you, Amber LeMay. Oh, she must have loved this episode.
The LeMay runway, which like LeMay reminds me of like dance competition costumes.
Yeah, very that. Yes, very that.
Always had to wear one of those for dance competitions. But so we had LeMay, what was your favorite in the LeMay runway?
It's kind of a tie between Got Mick and Tina Burner for me.
I really liked those 2. I loved Simone.
Simone's was also so good.
That was so badass.
It was, yeah.
Walking out in a fighter, LeMay. It was a great combination of masculine and feminine.
It was really refreshing too, of like a silhouette. You know what I mean? It was not as common or as expected. So I love when girls can surprise me constantly. And so far, Simone's been one of those to do it.
For sure. Always surprising. Always bringing interesting things to the stage. And just... she has this, well, of course, we're getting ahead of ourselves, but so there were no bottoms this week, which, you know. Again, we're just being nice this season, apparently. We're like, we don't want to send anyone home. It's fine.
So no bottoms. Got Mick and Candy Muse were safe to live another day. The top 2 was Olivia Lux versus Simone. Now, that was a lip sync.
That was a great lip sync.
I loved it.
Those 2 are great. I think they're 2 of the strongest performers, and seeing them go up against each other in that lip sync was so fun to watch, because honestly, either of them could have taken that.
I agree. I was actually like so unsure down to the wire, like who it was going to be, but it turns out Simone won her first maxi challenge of Drag Race, got a $5,000 cash tip.
She got that stimulus check. She got it.
She said, fuck the Senate.
Move over, Mitch. I'm gonna lip sync. Oh, yeah, that was a really fun. So of course now,
I guess we have to wait for the losers to eventually come back from the first week.
Where are they? They're just standing off backstage somewhere in a cage.
Poor them and their lack of airtime, I guess, but...
Sorry, but they didn't need to show 4 looks. I mean, I'd be kind of thankful for that.
That's true. But let's see what they have to make them do next week. I think it's going to be a very exciting week.
I think so too. Super fun. And it's fun. We only got half of the group and we got to see all of them do 4 looks in one episode. So it was a fun ride. And of course,
iconic.
It was really iconic. And of course, we'll be back here every week. Well,
every week, darling.
We'll be back here passing the tea with next week's RuPaul episode. And of course, once again, I am Angela Mansberry.
And I'm Sherry Poppins. Back to you, Amber.
Cheers, girl.
Cheers, baby.